Sergeant Leo Raines walked carefully through the broken remains of a silver tower. The walls were cracked. The air was full of dust. Strange glowing plants grew in the corners. He raised his weapon and looked around. Behind him, 4 other soldiers followed, their boots making soft sounds on the ruined floor. They were part of Earth's Special Rescue Unit. Their job was to search old battlegrounds for survivors. This time, their mission was strange. A weak signal had reached Earth from the Elilari homeworld. It was a distress signal in an old language. No one had answered it in years. The Elilari were once a powerful alien race. But after the invasion by the Vorak swarm, their cities fell. Their people vanished. Everyone believed the Elilari were extinct, but now someone had called for help. "Sir," said Corporal Jenna, "this place isn't on any map." Leo nodded. "That's what makes it important. Stay alert." They walked deeper into the tower. It looked like a temple. Symbols were carved into the walls, beautiful, curved shapes that glowed faintly. There were no bodies, no weapons. Only silence. Then they heard it, a soft humming, faint, weak, mechanical. Leo raised his hand. There, that door. He stepped forward and pushed it open. Inside was a wide room with a glowing platform in the center, and on it lay a figure. An Elilari. She was tall, her skin pale blue. Long silver hair lay across her shoulders. Her eyes were closed. Her breathing was shallow. Machines beeped softly around her, but they were barely working. Her arms were thin, and her chest rose and fell slowly, like she was sleeping or dying. "Is she alive?" asked Private Keller. Leo moved closer. "Just barely." Suddenly a voice spoke. "Do not be afraid." It came from a small metal orb near the bed. "I am the Royal Medical AI. This is Princess Terra of the Elilari. She is dying. Her body needs help." The soldiers stared. Princess?" Jenna whispered. "Yes," said the AI. "The last of her bloodline." "The last of her kind? She has been in stasis for 13 years? But the system is failing. She will not survive much longer." Leo stepped forward. "Can we move her?" "No," said the AI. "She cannot survive transport. She needs a blood transfusion now." "But Elilari blood is corrupted." All samples failed. "The only hope is a compatible living donor." Leo blinked. "But we're human." The AI paused. "Yes, but human blood has unexpected properties. There is a chance." "What chance?" Leo asked. 2%. The room went quiet. No one spoke. 2%? Jenna whispered. "That's suicide." Leo looked at the princess. She looked peaceful, fragile, not like a warrior, not like someone who had ruled a world. But there was something in her face, something noble, something strong. "She's just a girl," Keller muttered. "No," Leo said quietly. "She's hope?" He turned to the AI. "What will happen to me?" "There may be pain, confusion, death. Your body may reject the process, or change." "Change?" Leo asked. "We do not know," said the AI. "This has never happened." Before, Leo looked around at his team. They all looked scared. So was he, but someone had to try. "If I don't do this, she dies, right?" "Yes," he nodded. "Then let's begin." The next hour felt like a dream. Leo lay on a metal table next to the princess. Thin tubes connected them. The machine beeped slowly. His blood flowed into her arm. At first, nothing happened. Then, her body moved slightly. Her fingers twitched. Her breathing grew stronger. But Leo felt cold, heavy, his vision blurred. The room spun. "Sir?" Jenna shouted. He couldn't answer. Pain filled his chest. His heart pounded. His head felt hot, then cold. He gasped. The AIS voice came again. "Unusual reaction, monitoring changes." Suddenly, Leo's vision cleared. He saw her Princess Terra open her eyes. They were bright silver. She looked straight at him. "Who are you?" she asked softly, in perfect English. Leo blinked. "You speak our language?" "I understand you," she said, surprised. "I feel your thoughts, your pain, your courage." The team stared in shock. The AI sounded alarmed. "This is impossible. Her mind has linked with yours. You are connected, symbiotic bond forming." "What does that mean?" Keller asked. It means, the AI said slowly, he didn't just save her life. He changed it, and perhaps his own. Leo sat up, sweating but alive. Tara reached out and touched his hand. You are the human, she whispered. The warrior who gave life to me. Leo looked at her, breathing hard. Yeah, that's me. She smiled, just a little. Thank you, she said. They took her back to the shuttle. She could walk now, slowly. The soldiers helped her, unsure what to do. Leo felt strange. He was tired, but more than that he felt different. Like something inside him had changed? He didn't know what as the shuttle lifted off. He looked down at the ruined world. The Ileari were not extinct, and this was only the beginning. The shuttle floated silently through space, heading toward Earth's nearest military base orbital station, Helios. Inside, the small crew sat quietly. No one said much. All of them kept glancing at the alien princess who sat beside Sergeant Leo Rains. Princess Tara looked calm, but her eyes were full of questions. Her silver hair fell softly around her shoulders. Her pale blue skin had become brighter since the transfusion. She was healing. Her voice had become clearer. She even smiled sometimes. Leo, however, was not smiling. He sat with his arms crossed, staring at the floor. Something inside him didn't feel right. His body was hot 1 minute, cold the next. He had strange images flashing in his head cities. Made of light, stars exploding, people speaking in a language he had never learned, yet somehow understood. The ship's doctor, Lieutenant Marlowe, walked over with a scanner. Sergeant, how are you feeling? Leo rubbed his eyes. Weird. Can you explain? I'm not sure. I feel like I'm dreaming, but I'm awake. And I hear her sometimes in my head. The doctor looked at Princess Tara. Ma'am, are you... I hear him too, Tara said softly. Not words, feelings, flashes of thought. Like warmth, courage, sadness. Dr. Marlowe frowned. This isn't normal. I need to run more tests when we arrive. Is he in danger? Asked Corporal Jenna, watching from across the cabin. Possibly, the doctor said. But it's also possible that something amazing is happening. Tara turned to Leo. Your blood saved me. But it did more than that. It awakened something. Something very old. Leo looked at her. What do you mean? She closed her eyes. I see memories that are not mine. I feel strength that comes from another time. Our people believed in a legend? A story of two races, one of stars, one of soil joining through shared life. I never thought it was real. Leo leaned back. Well, welcome to reality. I didn't think any of this was real either. They shared a small laugh, quiet but honest. When the shuttle landed on orbital station Helios, a group of armed guards and scientists were already waiting. The soldiers kept their weapons low, but their eyes were sharp. Tara stepped off the shuttle, standing tall. Her long robe flowed behind her like soft wind. General Aiken, the base commander, stepped forward. I'm General Aiken, he said. Carefully. Welcome to Helios Station? Princess Tara, I assume? She bowed slightly. Yes, I am grateful for your rescue. And for Sergeant Rains? Leo stepped off behind her. He still looked tired but alert. The general nodded. You've caused quite a stir, Sergeant. The entire council back on Earth wants answers. You and me both, sir, Leo said. Inside the station's medical wing, machines scanned Leo's blood again and again. The results shocked every doctor on board. His DNA is changing, one of them whispered. Not broken. Not damaged. Just evolving. How? Another asked. No idea. But look at this, the first doctor said, pointing at the screen. His cells now hold traces of Ileari bioenergy. He's carrying something ancient, something powerful. In another room, Princess Tara was also being tested. But her results showed something different. She is adapting, a scientist said. Her cells are mimicking human systems. Her lungs are functioning better. Her brainwaves are syncing with human thought patterns. And her speech? Asked the general. Perfect English. Her body is learning from Leo's. The general shook his head. So they're copying each other? No, the scientist said. They're bonding. Later, in a private room, Leo sat beside Tara. They both had IVs in their arms. Machines buzzed quietly. Tara looked at him with calm, clear eyes. I think we're changing each other, Leo nodded. I don't feel like myself anymore. I feel more, she smiled. So do I. He paused. Why did your people hide for so long? Why no one ever came for you? Her smile faded. The Vorok swarm. They attacked us without warning. Cities fell in days, our leaders died, only a few of us escaped. My father, the king, placed me in stasis to protect the royal bloodline. He believed one day help would come. Leo looked at the floor, and we found you. Just barely. Not you, she said softly. You found me. Their eyes met. A soft warmth filled the air. Leo felt his chest tighten not from pain, but from something like trust. Or something deeper. Suddenly, alarms rang through the station. Red lights flashed. All personnel to battle stations. A voice shouted, Unidentified fleet approaching from deep space. Leo stood up fast. Tara followed. What's happening? She asked. The general's voice came through the speaker. Vorak ships have entered our space. All defense units. Prepare for contact. Tara's eyes narrowed. They're looking for me. Leo grabbed his gear. Then they're going to regret it. Inside the command center, screens showed several spiked ships heading toward the station. They're not firing, the general said. They're just watching. They want the princess, Leo said. They know she's alive. Tara stepped forward. We need to strike first. The general looked surprised. You're a royal, not a soldier. She turned her head sharply. I have seen my world burn. I will not watch another fall. Let me help. How? He asked. She placed her hand on a screen. The machine glowed under her touch. Leo stepped beside her. She sees things. Feels what they're planning. Through our link. I know their pattern, Tara said. I can help predict their next move. The general looked at her, then at Leo, then sighed. Fine, but stay close. We're not losing either of you. The next hour was tense. The Vorak fleet circled, then moved into attack position. Tara spoke quickly. Left flank is weak. Send drones. Their center ship hides their commander. Target it. Leo watched her closely. Her hands moved across the controls like she had done this before. But she hadn't, not in this life. I think I remember this, she said. But from a dream, or a past life, Leo nodded. Maybe from me. Or maybe from something older? With her help, the station's weapons struck first. Missiles flew. Lasers lit the sky. Vorak ships exploded. They fought back hard, but Earth forces held strong. Then, the largest Vorak ship began to retreat. Cheers filled the station, but Tara didn't cheer. They'll return, she whispered. With more, next time they won't just watch. They'll come to kill. Leo looked at her. Then we'll be ready. The battle was over, but the war had only begun. The Vorak ships had left, leaving behind floating wreckage and burning pieces of debris. Earth's forces had won this time, but everyone on orbital station Helios knew the enemy would return. Stronger, smarter, and angrier. Inside the medical wing, Sergeant Leo Rains sat on the edge of a bed. Sweat rolled down his face. He was breathing hard. Something inside him was changing again. Every hour he felt more alive, but also less human. Princess Tara stood nearby, watching him with worried eyes. Your blood. It's adapting faster than expected, she said softly. Leo rubbed his head. I had another dream last night, but it wasn't a dream. I saw your city. Before the war. I saw your people, your father, the stars above your planet. Tara walked closer. You are seeing my memories, and I hear your thoughts even before you speak them. Leo looked up at her. What are we becoming? I don't know, she whispered. But it's no longer just you and me. We are joined. Double quotes. Dr. Marlowe walked in holding a tablet. His face looked pale. I ran the tests again, he said. And there's something new. Leo raised an eyebrow. How new? Your blood is now producing Eliari cells naturally. It's not mixing anymore. It's blending, changing. Tara nodded slowly. I feared this. The blood ritual was Forbidden in ancient times, our elders warned it would cause bonds stronger than life itself. Leo laughed softly. You mean we're stuck like this? It's deeper than that, Tara said. If one of us dies, the other might not survive. The room went quiet. Later, Leo stood by a wide window, looking out at space. Tiny stars twinkled in the dark. He felt the silence between worlds. Tey Ra stood beside him. I never said thank you, she said. Leo smiled. You did, right after you woke up. I mean, really thank you, she said. You gave more than blood. You gave me another chance. I did what anyone would have done. No, she said, shaking her head. Others would have left. Or waited. You acted when the chance was small. That's rare. Leo looked at her. We have a saying on Earth, do the right thing, even if it costs you, Tara nodded. That's something my people used to believe in, too. They stood quietly for a moment, then alarms rang again. Signal detected, shouted a voice over the station's speaker. Unknown object approaching. General Aiken called all leaders to the command center. Leo and Tara followed. On the big screen in the center room, a small object floated in space. It wasn't a ship. It was too small. It looked like a sphere, dark, metallic, and covered in moving symbols. What is it? General Aiken asked. Tey Ra stepped forward. It's Elyari. Very old, a memory core. Leo looked at her. A message? Yes, she said, but not just any message. A royal memory core is only sent during great danger. The general turned to his team. Can we bring it in safely? A technician nodded. Yes, sir, bringing it aboard now. The core was placed inside a sealed room with protective walls. Tara entered alone. She placed her hand on the core. A blue light shone. Symbols floated in the air. Then a figure appeared, a hologram. It was her father, King Selivar of Elaria. Tara gasped. My daughter. The king's image said, If you are seeing this, then the time has come. Our people have fallen. The Vorak have poisoned the stars. But I placed hope in you and in the humans. Leo watched from the other side of the glass. I met a human once, the king's image said. Long ago, before the war, they were young but full of fire. I believed in them. And now, if our worlds are to survive, the human heart must join the Elyari mind. The hologram turned slightly. There is a weapon. A living crystal deep within Elyaria's core. Only one with both human courage and Elyari blood can reach it. It is the last hope. And it will only awaken if the bond is pure. The image faded. Tara stepped back, trembling. The crystal of Vair, she whispered. A myth, a legend. I thought it was only a story told to children. Leo entered the room. Looks like it's real, she nodded. And it wants us to find it. The next day a plan was made. Leo and Tara would travel to the ruined planet of Elaria. They would go deep into its core where the ancient weapon, the crystal of Vair, was hidden. Corporal Jenna and Private Keller joined them for protection. The shuttle left. Helios stationed quietly and slipped into light jump speed. The stars became long lines, then nothing at all. Inside the shuttle, Tara meditated. Leo sat across from her, sharpening a plasma blade. You really believe this crystal can stop the Vorak? He asked. I don't know, she replied. But my father believed. And his message came across the stars for a reason. Leo sighed. I just hope we're ready for what's down there. Tara opened her eyes. We'll face it together. When they reached Elaria, the world looked darker than before. Clouds covered the sky, lightning flashed across broken towers. The ground was cracked and full of glowing rivers. The shuttle landed near a deep canyon. Beneath this place is the heart core. Tara said, That's where the crystal sleeps. They put on breathing masks and stepped out. The wind was heavy. The sky rumbled. Strange sounds came from far away like voices echoing through metal. They found an old lift, still working. It took them down deep into the planet. As they descended, lights on the walls began to glow. Symbols lit up, some in Elyari, some now. In English. Leo touched one of them. It read, Blood of two, path of one. What does that mean? Keller asked. Tey Ra answered softly. Only two souls joined by life can unlock the crystal's power. They reached the bottom. A large door stood in front of them. It had no handle. No button. Tey Ra and Leo stepped forward together. They placed their hands on the door. Sound like singing filled the air. The door opened. Inside was a chamber made of glowing glass. At the center floated a crystal the size of a human heart. It pulsed slowly. Soft light moved through it like breath. Tara walked forward, then stopped. "Do you feel that?" she asked. Leo nodded. "It's like it knows us." They stepped closer. Together they reached out. When their hands touched the crystal, it burst into light. A beam of energy shot up through the chamber. Leo screamed, but not from pain, from something deeper. He saw stars, he saw Illyari ships. He saw the past, the future, and something in between. Tara cried out too, but her voice was full of awe. The crystal sank into their hands and vanished. Leo fell to his knees. His body glowed faintly. "So did hers. It chose us," she whispered. He looked at her. "Then let's make sure it wasn't a mistake." The crystal was gone, but its energy still lived inside Leo and Tey Ra. As they stood in the ancient glowing chamber under Illyaria's surface, their bodies pulsed with strange light. Their hearts beat in perfect rhythm. Every breath they took felt deeper, stronger. Corporal, Jenna, and Private Keller watched with wide eyes. "What just happened?" Keller asked, stepping back. "I don't know," Jenna said, gripping her weapon. "But it didn't look normal." Leo opened his eyes. Slowly. "I feel different," Tara nodded. "Me too. Like something woke up inside us." Suddenly a tremor shook the ground. Dust fell from the walls. The glowing glass around them flickered. "Everyone out!" Jenna shouted. They ran back to the lift, the tremors growing stronger. Red cracks appeared on the walls, glowing like fire. Something was breaking loose beneath them. When the lift reached the surface, they rushed back into the shuttle. The ship lifted off just as the ground split behind them, swallowing part of the canyon. "What did we trigger?" Keller asked from the pilot's seat. Leo looked down at his hands. They were glowing faintly. Something powerful, and maybe dangerous. Back at Orbital Station Helios, news had already arrived. The Vorak were returning. But not with a small fleet this time, a full invasion force, thousands of ships, carriers, bombers, destroyers. The Human Council was calling it Earth's last stand. General Aiken gathered all officers and advisors. Leo and Tara were called in as well. The crystal's power had to be understood and used before it was too late. Dr. Marlowe ran tests on both of them. What he found was impossible. "Your cells have fused completely," he explained. "You're no longer just human and Illyari. You are something new." "Something better?" Leo asked. "Something beyond," the doctor said. "And the crystal's energy is flowing through you both like a living circuit. I've never seen anything like it." General Aiken stepped forward. "Can it be used as a weapon?" Tara looked at him. "No, it's not a weapon to destroy. It's a force to protect, but its strength depends on unity." "Unity?" the general asked. Leo stepped forward. "If we fight divided, we lose. But if we stand together, human and Illyari, maybe we have a chance." The general looked at the star map on the wall. "The Vorak will arrive in 2 days. We don't have much time." Tara nodded. "Then let us prepare together." Word spread quickly across Earth and the colonies. The Princess of Illyria and a human warrior had returned from the ruins of an ancient world, bonded by life and blessed by a living crystal. People were curious. Many were afraid, but many more were inspired. Soldiers from different species, trained side by side. Engineers worked day and night, building new armor and ships. Powered by the data Tara and Leo brought back. In a private hangar, a special suit was made for Leo, not just any armor, the first hybrid battle suit, infused with Illyari light tech and human metals. When Leo put it on, it shaped to his body, glowing faintly at the edges. "It feels like wearing energy," he said. Tey Ra smiled. "Because it is. The crystal is inside you, the suit is only a guide." The princess, too, was fitted with a special robe armor, lightweight but strong. It shimmered like starlight. She carried no weapon, She was the weapon now. The day of the invasion came quickly. Hundreds of human ships stood ready above Earth. The Vorak arrived like a wave of darkness. Their ships blocked the stars. Their weapons charged. And at the front of Earth's defense stood a single ship. Inside it, Leo and Terra. They were the spark of hope now. General Aiken gave the final command. Begin defense operation. Starshield. The battle began. Months passed after the great battle in space. Earth was safe. The Vorak had fled to the edge of the galaxy. They were broken, no longer a threat. Many believed the war was finally over, but for Leo and Terra, the journey was still not complete. Their bond was stronger than anyone had imagined. They could feel each other's thoughts, sense each other's pain, and even share dreams. The crystal's energy lived inside them, changing them slowly. They were no longer just human and Iliari, they were something new. Something the universe had never seen before. One morning, as the twin suns rose above orbital station Helios, Terra stood alone on the viewing deck. She wore her crystal robe, and her eyes reflected the stars. Leo joined her quietly. "You're up early. I couldn't sleep," she said. "The stars. They're calling." Leo leaned on the railing beside her. "Still hearing voices?" Terra nodded. "Not voices?" "Exactly. More like feelings. The crystal is guiding us somewhere." Leo looked at her with concern. "Another mission?" She turned to him. "Not a mission. A destiny." Later that day, a strange signal was detected from deep space. It wasn't Vorak. It wasn't human. It wasn't Lyari. It came from a system no one had ever visited, a system marked on no map. But somehow Terra knew where it was. "It's the birthplace of the crystal," she said in the war room. "We have to go there." General Aiken raised an eyebrow. "You're saying the crystal came from outside Eliaria?" "Yes," she replied. "It was never just ours. It was a gift. Left behind by something older, wiser." Leo stood beside her. "If it's calling her, we need to answer." The council hesitated. Then they agreed. A small, fast ship was prepared. Leo, Terra, and a crew of 3 would travel to the unknown system. The mission was named Operation Dawnbreak. The ship cut through space like a blade of light. For days, they traveled in silence, passing stars that no one had named, crossing parts of the galaxy where no ships had flown. Then one day they reached it. The system had no sun. Only a black planet that floated in the darkness, like a sleeping giant, but around it were rings made of glowing crystal shards. The same kind of crystal that lived inside Leo and Ty. As they approached, the ship's sensors went quiet. No sounds. No signals, only a gentle hum inside their minds. "The planet is waiting," Terra whispered. They landed near a mountain that looked like glass. At the top of it, a large crystal pulsed gently, like a beating heart. The moment Terra stepped onto the ground, the wind began to sing, not with music, but with memory. She saw visions of ancient beings made of light, flying through stars, planting crystals across galaxies. Seeds of hope placed in young worlds. Leo saw them too. "They're not gods," he whispered. "They're guardians, peace bringers." "And they left their final hope here," Terra added. "For us." The large crystal at the mountain's peak began to glow brighter. Leo and Terra climbed the mountain together. Each step they took felt like walking through time. They saw the rise and fall of thousands of worlds. They saw war and peace, death and life. When they reached the top, the crystal spoke not in words but in thought. "You have passed the test. You were enemies. Now you are one. You carry our legacy. Now carry our light." The crystal opened like a flower. Inside it floated a small orb, glowing with soft white light. It hovered between them. "This is the heartseed," the thought said. "Planted in a place of unity, it will grow and peace will follow." Leo took the orb gently in his hands. It was warm. Alive. They returned to Helios Station with the heartseed. The world had waited eagerly for their return. Crowds gathered. Messages came from every colony and world. Even Eliari survivors arrived in ships shaped like birds, full of hope and tears. Leo and Terra stood before the Human Council and the United Species. Assembly. They told them everything. The ancient ones, the crystal's purpose. The heartseed. We were chosen, Terra said. Not because we were strong, but because we chose peace over pride, unity over war. Leo added, now we have a chance to start something new. Not just for humans or Eliari, but for every species. The council voted. And on the highest peak of Earth's tallest mountain, they planted the heart seed. Days passed, then weeks. Then one morning, people saw it. A tree of crystal had grown overnight. Its trunk glowed faintly. Its leaves shimmered in the wind, and from it, soft lights floated up into the sky. Like stars being born, people came from every world to see it. Some touched it, some knelt before it, but all felt the same. Peace inside. Terra and Leo visited the tree every week. They sat beneath it, often in silence, letting the light touch their faces. One day Leo said, we may never know what else is out there. Terra replied, but we know what we must protect. He looked at her. Do you think it will last? Peace? She smiled gently. If we believe in each other, yes. He took her hand. They sat quietly as the stars above began to glow brighter. Years later, the tree had grown tall enough to touch the sky. Children learned about the war, the crystal, and the human who gave his blood to save a princess. They learned about unity. And sacrifice. And hope. They called Leo and Terra the first bond. Statues were built. Songs were sung, but Leo and Terra didn't care about that. They were just two people from two broken worlds who chose to heal instead of harm. And that choice changed the galaxy.